Hey guys, Godzilla3709 here, and I would love to just make a simple video of what I love to do for you guys, but I'm currently going through college plans. I am trying to get 2 music projects done. I mean, I really want to get them going. I'm also looking for a part-time job, and I'm in the middle of setting everything up here. I mean, as you can see, this is a small room. I'm no longer in a big room or in a garage, having to plug in the headphone wire into this so I don't have to bother the neighbors with this amp. But I figured what I could do is, since it's nighttime, I pretty much not all that feeling well into doing anything else. What I could do for you guys is make a gear video, just a video talking about all my gear that I use. Now I'm going to start with the guitars. This will be a 3-parter. This one will cover my guitars, the other will cover my amps and effects pedals, and the third one should cover my audio work. So let's start with the guitars. Over here, laying on the bed, we have a Mark II Stratocaster, I believe. I mean, it looks like a Stratocaster. You can debate about it all you want in the comments. It could be a EG or something. Yamaha EG, But here's a funny little thing about this guitar. I was wondering where this guitar came from, because back then, before I made the modifications to this guitar, it was just an absolute piece of crap. It didn't stay in tune at all. It sounded really bad, and I mainly just used this for my baritone, as a baritone guitar. But now that I got it modified, I think I'll just use this as a standard tuning guitar for, say, like jazz ensemble, if I ever make it into one. But funny thing about this guitar is that I was talking to one of my music buddies at a local music shop and asked him about this guitar, and he's like, "Oh, you know why it's so bad? It's because it's one of those guitars that you would get at Walmart, basically, or at Target." And so, I mean, it's basically like a starter up for guitar for kids or something. And so what I did was I upgraded the tuning pegs. I just replaced them all. They're not the normal tuning pegs you would see. I think they're like, the guy described them as like strings would lock into place or something like that, so you wouldn't have to worry about tying it all up. I still have yet to figure this out. And I also replaced the bridge pickup. I wanted a nicer sound to this guitar, and it still sounds nice when I have it to this setting, but I really do love the sound of this new bridge pickup. Anyways, that covers this guitar. Over here beside this is my Dean Vendetta 7-string. Over here there's a serial number on the back, or I think that's the model actually, and made in China. Now, when I was getting into heavier songs that I would listen to, like Korn, Of Mice and Men, Trapped, they all sounded great, but their tunings were really low. And when I had this as a baritone guitar, I would tune it as low as like drop B sharp, or not B sharp, A sharp, or drop B flat. But when it came down to songs that were in like drop A, or just in B tuning, I would not tune that low. I mean, I would want it to use like a 7-string for something like that, and that's the reason why I bought this. And I still use it for my own personal recordings. I also like to record on this with the tunings. But it's a nice guitar. I mean, it's got a nice tone and everything. And over here on just this stand is my Ibanez RG3EX FM1. There's a serial number on the back of this too. Oh, dang it. Sorry about the focus, guys. Anyways, there it is. This is a really nice guitar. This is my main guitar. This is in drop C tuning, and you know, this is kind of like my main guitar. I mean, whenever I do covers, I would use it for Kill Switch Engage of Mice and Men, Bullet for My Valentine. You know, just up there with a metalcore artist. And just to let you know, if you're wondering what's up with this, that's because this used to have paint on it. I mean, I didn't wear anything off other than the paint. I mean, it doesn't do any damage to it. I don't know why Ibanez does that. It just happens when I'm trying to play something, you know. Oh yeah, we always set this right here. Come on, there we go. Over here, this is my only acoustic guitar. It's a Fender FA100. Serial number in there, it's 0130513862. For those of you that on TCR that have been wondering what guitar I use, this would be the one that I use for acoustic stuff. It's not that bad of a guitar, but I would honestly like to go for an acoustic, electric, and also I do use this for recordings, but it's a pain in the butt to tune to the tuning that I want. I think I might just handle all of it in post-production. If it's just I don't want it in this tuning, I can always change the pitch. It's no problem. Anyways, let's go back to the rack. This is another Ibanez RG series. This is a 120 and serial numbers on the back. Come on. There we go. And the reason why I actually wanted to get this guitar was because, I mean, red is my favorite color, for those of you that didn't know, and, you know, it's something really nice I wanted to get. Now, I need to replace the pickup. I mean, it doesn't really have a nice sound, or like the right sound that I want. It's just, you know, I feel like something needs to be done with that, but I unfortunately can't do that, so I'm just stuck with what I have. But, well, not only does this have red finish, but, I mean, it looks like it's just red from far away, but if you look around here, there's flakes in the paint, and, you know, it sparkles a bit. I mean, it looks really nice. And over here, this is just an Ibanez Sound Gear bass. I definitely do use this for recording, in case I don't have a bass player to work with. You know, I could always just use my bass, you know, fill in all that stuff. I don't play a whole lot of bass, but when I do, I really dig into this bass. You know, these settings, I mean, it's just, as far as using this, I've only used it a few times at a percussion ensemble that I used to do, and that was about it. I mean, I never used it for anything else. I've used it a couple times for recordings. This thing has yet to be used more often and abused. Anyways, that covers all my guitars. I do have another guitar. It's a Fender Stratocaster made from Squier, but it's not here with me right now. So just gotta, I'll just show you a picture of what it looks like. There you go. Not much to say about that guitar. I mean, it used to be my main jazz guitar, but I think I should just replace that guitar with a Fender Telecaster. I mean, Telecasters really look nice. And I found a cheap one. I don't know how I'd be able to trade it, though. I mean, this Fender Stratocaster that I have was taken at a pawn shop, and they would only, the last time I took it, I think they only took it for $30, so, I mean, definitely a bad deal. Anyways, that covers all my guitars. I'll see you in the next video.